Yeah,
the
I
same.
think it's clear to see when you were watching them yesterday. Look, they were comfortable enough in terms of possession. But look, you can tell with Brendan's interviewing in Friday before the game yesterday. He's wanting new players in. He's wanting competition for places, and they're certainly light in the forward areas. And Celtic teams over the last number of years have been built on wide players,
Yeah.
and that's an area where I think he'll be desperate to strengthen and up front, because I'm a big believer. And you need 3 stroke 4 number 9s to be competing for each other. And at this moment in time, they've only got Ida. I know Maeda obviously played through the middle last year, but Maeda is better, let's be honest, out on the left hand side. So yeah, I'll be absolute shocked if Celtic don't go and strengthen and add at least 3 or 4 players.
Ross, what did you think about Brendan's comments on Friday about, I'm not here to maintain, my ambition is for Celtic, not for me? What did you feel?
Yeah, see for me, Paul, I just get the impression that Rodgers is clearly getting frustrated now, and I think these comments, and I really hope we don't need to go down this route, but I think if things don't improve in terms of signings, then I would expect Rodgers to walk eventually. And I really hope we don't lose a guy like Rodgers, because it was hard enough trying to get him to come back to the club. So the fact that the Celtic board have got an ambition that doesn't match Rodgers' ambition, I think there's problems going to come here. And I just hope that the Celtic board listen to him and back him.
Charlie?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there, Ross. But you've got 2 players that cost 17 million sitting on the bench yesterday. That's 17 million spent on 2 players
A lot of
sat on the
money.
bench. That's a lot of money sat on the bench yesterday. So for a Celtic board's point of view, you're looking, saying, right, we spent money on Engels, we spent money on Trusty. There was others signed as well. I can't, at the top of my head, I can't think, but there was money spent there, and you're thinking, okay, so that money doesn't guarantee you good players that are going to play in your starting 11. You need to be sure if you're going to spend that money. It's a tough one. I can understand the hesitancy, but yeah, and I can also understand your point of view in terms of you want players in, you want to see exciting players at the club, but there is money being spent before. Can
I ask you one question on that then, Mike? So see, every season we know like where Celtic are going to be, right? Every season, and it seems to be every single season we always wait, and we always seem to leave it so late to get signings in the door. And I think that's where the frustration comes for the Celtic fans, because we know we're going to potentially get into the Champions League, and we know we're going to be fine domestically, but again, I don't know what it is, Charlie. Every single season it's as if we just keep waiting, and I don't know why, and I think that's why Rodgers is getting frustrated now.
I think when you're waiting, it's because you've identified the players. Everybody's doing their work behind the scenes. It's just getting the players in the door, because usually if you're looking for a player, there's other teams, probably Premier League teams, probably teams at the top of the Championship, maybe even Rangers having a look at them. So it's like, if you go in really early and make your bid, as we've seen for the boy for Go Ahead Eagles, the team then go, all right, he's really wanted, and the player will wait, they'll wait for their best option. It's not as easy as just getting in and making these signings now. I know I know Rangers have got Rothwell in, and they've made a couple of signings, but Celtic have as well made a couple of signings. It's just the way things sometimes work. Sometimes if you want a player, as you see, that's why in the last day of the window you see a lot of things happen. You think, why can that not have happened in June? Because it's just the way it happens. Players wait to see what their other options are, wait to see where they can get more money, wait to see what's their best place to go and live or whatever, and then the team that are selling are thinking, right, how can we get the best value for this player?
But it's not just as easy as going and just, right, I want that player. Let's say for instance Brendan Rodgers likes a player, it's the other club will be reluctant to let that player go, because he'll want somebody in their place, and then you've got to be dealing with agents, you've got to agree fees, salaries. So it's not as easy. Look, it is frustrating. I think if you ask any manager or any supporter, they would love all their players in the first day of pre-season, but that's never going to happen. It's impossible to do that.